Hello and welcome to Mr. McPTV. So, the iPhone just got announced, and many other things, and I'm going to talk about it right now. So, Apple had their yearly event where they announced new stuff. This one was quite boring apart from the iPhone X, but I might as well talk about, you know, what went on. So first of all, it was in the new Apple campus in the Steve Jobs Theatre, obviously named after Steve Jobs. You know, it's just a theatre, but I mean it was pretty nice, and the entrance to it was like absolutely amazing. Obviously I'll be having images throughout the video, but yeah, I know it's just a theatre, but still very nice. So let's get right into what was announced. I might be checking my phone throughout it because I have a lot of things written down from what I watched, but let's get into this. So, a new 4K Apple Hdr TV, which isn't that exciting. Everyone was expecting it. So, you know, the main services like Netflix and Hulu will be at launch, but I can imagine tons and tons, well not tons, but like YouTube, tons of other services will be added to the list. 4K movies will be $20, same price as HD movies, and Apple said if you already paid for HD movies, then you'll be getting 4K. They actually had quite an argument with the movie companies. The movie companies wanted $25 for 4K, but Apple obviously won this one. Also, notifications will be coming to Apple TV for like when a sport event is about to start. I can imagine this will be added to other stuff, so you could maybe add reminders if a new season of something comes out, but notifications, that's cool. So it'll be $179 for 32GB and $199 for 64GB. Not much added with Apple TV, but oh well. So now on to Apple Watch Cellular. So the Apple Watch Cellular is just the Apple Watch, but can connect to a network with itself and does not need an iPhone. You don't actually have to even put a chip in it. I can imagine like your carrier will just do this for you. So like you have the same number. I don't really know how this is going to work, but still pretty cool that you don't really need to put a SIM in it. A few other things added to the Apple Watch. Siri now has voice, which I didn't know previously didn't, but now it does, so you can actually use Siri and hear it, not just see information. You can connect your AirPods or any other sort of wireless headphones like Beats X to the Apple Watch, and you can just leave your iPhone at home and you could use Apple Music. I can imagine Spotify will come in some point, but you could just use Apple Music and yeah, just leave your phone at home, stream 40 million songs, pretty cool. And would you guess it? New straps. How exciting. So that is it for the Apple Watch. Now I'm going to talk about Apple stores. Yes, Apple stores. Not really news, we have had this for a few months now. They actually did it in New York, but they're now calling them town squares. Apple's basically wanting you to hang around there like a park, and they're gonna have different activities. They didn't really say whether they were free or paid. Knowing Apple, they'll probably be free because they want you to buy the devices afterwards. But they'll put on activities like coding lessons, kid stuff, music, video. You know, I mean that's pretty cool if they're free. If you already have the, you know, I can see this working out well. I mean, I might go along to one if there's a video editing one. I might go along to one of them. It's not going to be in every Apple store, but the major ones like London, Hong Kong, Paris, like major cities. Okay, so the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus has a glass back and comes in grey, silver and gold. QI wireless charging has been added, and it is 4.7 inches to 5.5 inches. Pretty much new camera features, nothing really new added. It's not that exciting. What is exciting is the iPhone X. Okay, I have a lot written down here, so let's get started. Okay, so you've probably seen it all in the leaks, but it has an almost bezel-less display with curved edges across the screen, and wow, what a way to celebrate 10 years, making a, well, not brand new design. We've seen it in Xiaomi and Samsung, but I think iPhone has probably made the most bezel-less display. I'm not really going to explain like every feature of the display, but you can see it here and you can decide for yourself if you think it's nice looking or not. So, Face ID, I have many opinions on this. I don't like it. Basically, it's got 3D sensing cameras on the front and it detects your face. Simple as that. You just hold up the phone and it unlocks. Face ID is, Touch ID is gone now, unfortunately. Apple claims there is a 1 in a million chance of someone being able to get into your device with Face ID. Unlike 50,000 with Touch ID. You can use Face ID for payments, and pretty much anything you could use with Touch ID is just now Face ID. It's got night vision cameras and infrared and all this like technology. I'm not going to go into all the specs, but yeah, Apple claims it pretty much works well. But Actually, in the event, Craig messed up. Well, he didn't mess up, the technology messed up. Just watch this clip.
Now, unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, you know, let's try that again. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to backup here and get right in.
And that is why I much prefer Touch ID, and why I like owning a phone with Touch ID, and why I never care for Face ID. But your choice, whether you like it or not, up to you. It has a 5.8-inch Super Retina display, which they claim is like a mix of OLED and but brighter than OLED, and just all this new stuff. It's basically really bright, but also got positives of OLED. You'll also notice at the top it has a little, hard to explain, I'm showing you a picture of it now, video. Basically that's where the cameras are and the calling bit, but like the battery shows on the right, and your network on the left and stuff like that. It can basically adapt to that, but we'll have to see how well that works with the OS. But knowing Apple, they'll make it work very well. Apple are good at operating systems, well, most of the time. It also has portrait mode. The iPhone 8 has this as well, but they claim it provides studio quality pictures. So basically it uses the 3D sensing to adapt the camera and lighting and all that to make pretty much amazing, nice photos. And some of the photos that they were showing were pretty nice, but yeah, knowing Apple, this is going to be a very nice camera. And Animojis, which, I mean, like Apple made a joke in this. They basically said, wow, we've gave you this amazing computing power, and what are people doing with it? Animating unicorns and turds. Like, at least they're self-aware that it's like, you know, I mean, it was pretty funny, but I'm not paying nearly $1,000 for, you know, a turd, okay?
And yes.
A11 Bionic chip, which they say is 70% faster than the A10. I'm not going to go into all the like tech specs, but pretty much it's a faster processor. We all predicted that. Battery lasts 2 hours longer than the 7, which I mean isn't anything amazing, but considering that it's more display, that's nice of them. It's nice of them to do that. Comes with wireless charging, QI, which is pretty much what Samsung and everyone else use. It's the standard wireless charging. So like if you've ever been to a McDonald's, you'll see like a wireless charging pad. That's QI. Your iPhone will support that. They've also made a product called AirPower, which is like it's like that. Then it can charge your iPhone, your AirPods, and your Apple Watch, which is pretty cool. But we'll have to see the price for that. When you can just buy a cheap Belkin one that does the same job. But I mean, it's cool that they did that. It also has really cool animations. So if you put the Apple Watch on the charging pad, then it comes up on your iPhone, like the power of the Apple Watch, and it's all synced together. You know, Apple are getting really good with that ecosystem and how it's all synced well. The home button is gone. Shocker. It's now just one line, which I quite like. I quite like how it looks. It's just a line, but it's better than how Android does it, I guess. You can swipe up to go home. Swipe left and right to switch between apps. So if you're in Mail, you can just go right and you're on the web browser. Quite simple. Swipe up and pause to bring up the app switcher, and many other gestures. I'm sure they'll adapt it to what app you're using. So it starts at $999. If you can afford that. Comes in silver and space grey. So nothing fancy colours, but they don't need anything fancy. The screen's fancy enough. So I know this wasn't exactly my best video ever, but I really wanted to make a video about it, giving you my opinions. Well, my opinion is everything was boring except the iPhone X, which I think is a very nice phone. I wouldn't pay near $1,000 for a phone, but people would, and they've set a standard, and I like the standard because it looks nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Put down in the comments what you want me to make a video about next, and I'll see if I can do it. Click that subscribe button so you know when that video does come out, and press the bell icon so you know instantly when the video comes out. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Wondering what humanity would do when given access to the most advanced facial tracking technology available? You now have your answer. Look.
Take me to your leader. Wait a minute, Craig. I am your leader.